Hi, my name is Alex, and today I would like to share some fascinating insights on plant reproduction. Our question we shall explore today is whether plants reproduce in the same manner as humans. So, let us delve into the intricacies of the process. Now I'm going to be talking about the anatomy of the flower. The male reproductive structure of the flower is called the stamen, which consists of the anther and the filament. The anther is the part of the flower that produces pollen for pollination, and the filament is what holds the anther upright, allowing it to be positioned for optimal pollen dispersal. Now let's talk about the female part of the flower. So the pistil is the female reproductive structure of the flower that consists of the stigma, the style, and the ovary. The stigma is the sticky top of the flower that collects pollen from the anther. The style is what connects the stigma to the ovary and also acts like a passageway for pollen to reach the ovary. Finally, the ovary is like a base that contains these female reproductive cells, or in other words, the ovules. So, when the pollen grain lands onto the stigma of a flower, it is sent down by the style into the ovary and it fertilizes the ovules. Then the ovules develop into seeds and the ovary then swells and then turns into a fruit. Pretty interesting, right? Now you may be thinking, is germination part of the reproductive system of a plant? Well, it certainly is. Germination is a process by which a seed grows into a plant, and it is an essential step in the reproductive system of many species of plants. During germination, the embryo starts to grow and develop until it transforms into a seedling. Then the seedling starts to become more mature until it grows into a fully grown plant. And then it produces its own seeds in its own ovary, and then the process starts all over again. It all begins when the seed absorbs water, and then the embryonic root and the sprout emerge from the seed and then start to grow slowly. So the root then anchors the plant and then absorbs more nutrients and water so the plant can produce its own food. During germination, enzymes are activated to break down the nutrients of the plant to produce enough energy for the seed to grow into a new plant. Actually, germination is an essential part of plant propagation. Propagation is when we create new plants from existing ones, either sexually through seeds or asexually by vegetative methods such as cutting or grafting. Let's discuss about the process of pollination. Pollination is when an insect, for example a bee or a butterfly, lands on a flower and pollen sticks to the body of the insect. Then the insect may travel to another flower or stays on the same flower, and the pollen falls off onto the stigma and fertilizes the ovules. So, in plant reproduction, there are many ways of how pollination can occur. One example is cross-pollination. It's when an insect collects pollen from one flower, then goes to another flower and deposits that pollen onto the same flower. Another type of pollination is called the wind pollination. It's when the pollen is carried by the wind and lands on another flower's stigma and then fertilizes the ovules. So in conclusion, plant reproduction is a complex and intriguing process that is very distinct from human reproduction. I hope you found this presentation informative and engaging. I hope to see you again soon in my next video. Bye!